So what we have come to understand, that it is we the people who must save our republic. It will not happen any other way. We the people must stand up. Our leaders take an oath to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. As we assemble here today, as others have pointed out, some of our fellow citizens are standing for freedom and our liberty and our values around the world. They're putting their lives in danger. They're carrying heavy packs in hot weather. They're not eating well. They're going into places where they're going to encounter people who are trying to kill them. They don't do this because they hate the people in front of them. They do that because they love the people behind them. They're not motivated by a desire for conquest of another country, but to defend the homeland and the ideals they believe in. They do not go to plunder the resources of another country. They go and they stand and they fight because they understand that the greatest resource that we have is the freedom and liberty of our people. Well, how do they succeed at that? How do they defeat foreign threats? Well, they do this, folks. They go out and they engage the enemy. They don't do it by sitting in the base, putting on the uniform, shining up the guns. They go out and they engage the enemy, and we have to do the same thing. Our forefathers understood that action is essential. We have to be willing to stand up and defend what we believe. The basic message of the First Amendment in our Constitution is this: we believe in liberty. The basic message of the Second Amendment of our Constitution is, we're not kidding. So who will defend our Constitution from its greatest threat? I don't believe the greatest threat we face is foreign. The greatest threat to our Constitution and what we hold dear is a domestic threat. Have you seen it on the floor of Congress? Have you seen it in our courts? Have you seen it in the White House? This is the greatest threat that our nation faces, and this is where we must be the ones to stand up and defeat those who would subvert our country. Like our military, if we're going to succeed, we have to engage the enemy. Flying the flag in your yard will not defend us. Symbolism is important, but that alone is not enough. Putting a Support the Troops bumper sticker on your car will not defend us. Demonstrating that patriotism is important, but it's not enough. Forwarding emails and YouTube videos to everyone we know. And if you're like me, you're getting a few hundred a day, it seems like now. Spending hours on Facebook, liking this comment or this organization or that organization will not defend us. Communication is important, but it is not enough. Simply attending a rally like we do today will not defend us. It is not enough. All of these activities are good, but they alone are not enough to defend our values and defend our Constitution. I want to read for you what are probably the most famous words in American history. In the Declaration of Independence, we say, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." Probably every one of you could have quoted that from memory with me. But do you know what comes immediately after that statement? That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it.